It's not a job. I'm not looking for bloody salespeople. I'm looking for someone who's got a brain that's going to start a business with me.
Heading to London, 16 of Britain's entrepreneurial elite, keen to start a company.
I'm going to inject £250,000 into a business, your business, and you're going to run it.
On offer, a 50-50 partnership with the nation's toughest investor.
If you go sitting in the office for 3 hours and do nothing, or 3 weeks or 3 months, I ain't going to be a very happy bunny.
Passionate about new money-spinning ventures, Lord Sugar's on the hunt for a winning business partner.
With the greatest respect, that's not professional. If I can see something going wrong with the ship sinking, I bloody jump in myself.
Well, we can do it, we can do it. Come on, let's go.
It's a deal worth fighting for.
Everybody stop. We're not making any money here.
16 candidates.
What I don't appreciate is you guys laughing your heads off.
You earn respect, and that's how it's done.
12 tough weeks.
Whoa!
He wouldn't even take a penny off.
One life-changing opportunity.
You're fired. You're fired. I don't think I could go into business with you. You're fired.
Previously on The Apprentice.
You heard about the £250,000 investment. Well, I'm not going to throw that into the first task. What I am going to throw in is £250.
The teams had to turn fruit and veg into pounds and pence.
Here's a fact, we've got 10 minutes to get this sorted, so come on, move.
The boys hoped to squeeze a profit from juices.
Is that an orange?
I don't know.
While under Melody, the girls made a meal out of hot lunches.
It tastes like uncut ragu, another margin button.
Accountant Edward took the lead.
You're holding them too long, get on with it. Squeeze the balls out of it.
But his plans didn't add up.
We need to be selling.
Fresh soup, only £1.
And his team's attempts at sales proved fruitless.
Hello, madam. Can I interest you in fresh fruit?
Leaving the girls to make a healthy margin.
We had some fresh fruit yet today. Oh, thank God I'm here.
In the boardroom,
Very, very well done.
an early win for the girls.
That's what it's all about.
Criticism for Alex.
Back office there, monsieur.
If you want to look at it as back office, but had there been no back office, there'd have been no frontline sales.
Good place to hide.
Absolutely not.
And a lucky escape for Leon.
I'd say he was at the weaker end of our team.
You're in with the skin of your teeth here.
But Edward faced the chop.
You said that I'm Lord Sugar's dream. With the greatest respect, you've been a bit of a nightmare. You're fired.
And became the first casualty of the boardroom. Now 15 remain, battling it out to become Lord Sugar's business partner. "5 a.m.
Excuse me, good morning.
This is from Lord Sugar.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody! Guys, can everyone come down to the kitchen? Guys, come on!
Good morning. It's only right that I should be briefing you this way today because your next task is all about technology, something which I know a thing or two about. You're going to be working in a market that has exploded over the past couple of years. Mobile phone applications, better known as apps. I want you to develop a new app, and your one has got to be world-class. You're going global on this one because tomorrow your apps are going to go live on the internet for 24 hours. The team with the most downloads will win. The one with the fewest will lose, and in that team, one of you will be fired. Now, your cars will be here in 10 minutes, so you need to get a move on. I'll see you in the boardroom.
Oh my God.
2 days to design, launch and promote a new mobile phone application.
I'm going to join the Red Tire Brigade today.
I'm not wearing one. Oh, yeah.
It's all about creative thinking, isn't it, this one?
Yeah, fair enough. Let the juices flow.
And for the second time running, it's girls versus boys.
Not being funny, we have to get ourselves heard this time, and not for the wrong reasons like last time. This time we've got to put ourselves on the map. We've got to prove why we are here.
How good would you feel if the girls' team won for a second time running?
Imagine the look on those boys' faces. We have got to do it.
There's approximately 12 hours to get this app done.
Are we fast approaching where we need to go?
This is absolutely...
Yeah, Did you have an apple?
(8 a.m. Central London. Creative base for both teams. Leading app developers grapple. First, some expert advice from Chairman John Claydon.
Good morning, everybody. Now, what is an app? An app is a little package of software that you download from the internet to fulfill some specific role or function. 3 years ago, apps scarcely existed. This year, total downloads are going to hit something around 10 billion. Now, a lot of apps get downloaded for free. They can still make perfect business sense. This is a very sought-after piece of real estate, this screen. It can be your shop window. You can advertise, you can build brands, you can build revenues. Business-wise, right now, this is pretty much where it's at.
First job for both teams, elect a project manager.
I'll put myself forward. This whole thing, I feel, is my domain.
Stepping forward for the boys, fast food marketing entrepreneur Leon.
I was looking into creating an app for my business. I understand the logistics behind it. Also, I think it would be good for Lord Sugar to see that I've taken on his notes and wanted to become project manager to prove him wrong.
No offence to you, Leon, but I'm not really interested in that. I'm just interested in making sure we get the right person, you know?
Okay, cool. Do we just want to go straight?
I'll also put myself up for the task. I'm in software, have been for 8 years. I am from the technology industry. I have experience in writing software, so it's a pretty good pitch, I'd say.
I have the capability to lead. I'll do it, no problem.
Guys, I think from what I've heard, there are people better placed here to lead from the front. Okay. Should we go to a vote, guys?
I'm going to start a vote. I would back Leon, and I think you're going to lead us to a win. Leon?
Yeah, Leon.
I've already proven myself in business. I've turned over £1 million for the takeaway industry. I am young and I'm ambitious. I'm a natural leader and I don't need to shout to be heard.
Well done. Congratulations, Leon. Well done. Let's go.
It's quite an interesting task. I'd like to step up and put myself forward.
What are your reasons?
Anyone else?
Volunteering to take charge of the girls, Edna.
I'm a chartered business psychologist. I'm at the top of my game. As a manager, for me, it's very much about being tough. I don't suffer fools gladly.
At the moment, only Edna's put herself forward, so if that's the only person, then let's go with it. Okay, brilliant. So Edna's our second project manager.
We're all behind you. Thank you, guys. Right, just going to call a bit of order. We literally, within the next 5 minutes, need to have a sub-team out there doing the market research.
It's an industry moving at breakneck speed. And the girls move fast to get the measure of the market.
Do you have a phone that you can download applications?
Led by events creative Felicity.
How many apps do you download in a week?
From social networking and money-spinning games
Downloading the maps and the stocks and shares.
to the latest in satellite navigation.
More like a novelty thing, a game. I think anything to do with skin.
There's an app for almost everything.
Most of the people that I interviewed said that it needs to be very easy to use, idiot-friendly. We want a time filler.
But get the right idea and it could become an overnight success.
Toilet roll, word of the day. Bubble paper that you squeeze and it crackles.
Like that, yeah.
Anytime someone sees bubble paper or gets bubble paper, you want to pop it.
Yeah.
You want to pop it. Temperature on this day. It will tell you the temperature in London of this day exactly a year ago. A traffic light.
Just having traffic lights, or...?
Yeah. I didn't really think it through much more than that. Scrub it off.
But just remember, guys, this is going global, OK? So...
I've got one. Sorry, I've just fired one up. What about regional accent insults? So, like, you mug from a Cockney, something from a Scouser, something from a
a Londoner, a Northerner, everything like that. You just push the button and press.
You mug! Or like, you schleg.
Yeah, like a soundboard, you know?
We could have that.
I think that's well worth going out.
Looks like we're going with the slang app. I came up with the idea. It's going to be simple, cheeky, easy little app for people to have a bit of fun with, basically.
I think it's great in the fact that there's so much more that can be added. You could upload extra stuff over time, and people love that kind of stuff.
Good. That's forward thinking.
That's how I'll sell it.
So we're going to ask you questions around an application that might be a bit abstract at this moment.
Still searching for a concept, the rest of the girls are with their app developers.
Any idea is a potentially good idea. You just have to make it quick, simple, easy, useful in everyday life.
Okay, I just thought of this. I think it's a brilliant idea. Okay, so imagine if you've got two people standing next to each other, and you've got okay, how do I say this? Okay, so you're you and I'm me, and I say, okay, so if I ask you a question like, where do you think we are? And I say, okay, you know what? I'm going to ask my phone where we are right now.
It sounds a bit
and you
complicated,
type in,
Susan. I think that...
No, can I just finish my idea? Because I don't think I'm explaining this very well. You type the answer, but what it actually shows up is, Bob, here is my question.
Okay,
so
Susie,
you type,
you've had enough
does that
time
make
to explain
sense?
it now?
But the
Susie,
text that comes up
Susie,
is that...
I'm going to stop
Can you please just let me finish?
Susie, no.
Because I've seen it before and
Susie,
it's a great
let's
idea.
not argue about this because we've got a limited amount of time.
It's so frustrating that you don't let me
Susie,
finish.
let's just stop.
I think we need a new idea, really quick, really simple.
I think Susan's style is to really talk a lot and to really explain and to have the limelight, otherwise she will sulk. At the end of the day, if you don't agree with the way that I do things, then you need to get out of my team.
Can I just quickly explain it?
No.
Why can't you just let me explain
Because
it?
we've got 5 minutes left to actually do this. And
Okay,
we need
fine.
To give
I won't
Karen
explain
an
my idea.
Okay.
Well, let's get a name out of this. Let's thrash a name.
Upstairs, the boys press on.
So they're speaking, they're talking, they're shouting. It's slang-a-tang. It has to be weird, it has to be catchy. Slang-a-tang. Okay?
Slang-a-tang.
Yeah.
That is brilliant. The only thing is, I think we need to be very careful that we don't insult people.
Well, let me tell you why I'm worried about slang. I love it. I think I can see it as well. I'm just worried that we got a heads up that it would be going global. That was a kind of, Leon, listen now.
Don't you love it when you hear someone try and do your accent? You guys have been trying, you've been doing it to me this entire time. You've been saying, oh, mate.
Yeah.
That's what I'm playing on.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's fun.
It is fun.
Sold on slang-a-tang, the boys split up.
Bye, boys. Very good.
Back together, but still without an idea. Time's running out for Edna's team.
We have no real ideas, so we need a concept on the table really quickly.
From our market research, time fillers is what I heard a lot from people. So how about, would we be able to do one? You know, in the cinema, when you're sat there and it's really irritating when someone's eating popcorn really loudly, the shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. We'd be able to do something really, really simple where it's just a sound, and when you press the button, it comes up with a sound, and it's an application to annoy your friends, to annoy your family, to annoy people with.
Does that sound feasible?
So absolutely, very feasible. It's just down to which noises you're going to create, how irritating they can be.
Lovely. Let's have a name. Useful noises?
Noises you need, or something like
What
that.
about ear block?
I think Ampy app, yeah, is a reasonable name. Just come up with it. Yeah, as in amp, amplify. It's a play on words.
Ampy apps.
Ampy apps.
Sounds like a plan.
I did feel that Edna sort of suppressed my ideas. She does patronise me a lot. And I think because of our massive age gap, she looks down at me a little bit.
I think it was something that happened between you. I don't really have any view on it.
But Edna did not give a single idea herself, did she?
I would just say, squash it, let's move on. You know, I don't want to really get involved in anything.
Keen to create a character for their app.
Right, boys. Let's go take a picture of a happy snappy.
Excuse us there.
The boys are on the hunt for the face of slang-a-tang.
Pretending like you're saying something or you're almost...
So your mouth is really open.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Yawn.
All right, okay. We've got the ruler.
I think...
With or without, and then... Do you mind if we take the hat off?
Hat off?
And
Yeah,
maybe the scarf?
and the same mouth, the same big mouth.
We just want to see your pearly whites.
So the big mouth.
To the side, profile.
We're here.
Designer, we're back. We got some belters. I'm just going to keep the one face.
Okay.
We're going to change the hats. That's going to give the impression that it reflects the accent.
Yeah.
But one face throughout the whole app, yeah? I'm very confident about the app that we're going to produce. Should we start planning?
I could sketch some hats.
Let's sketch hats.
No, the ones no.
The idea is absolutely brilliant.
If it was down to me, I probably wouldn't have chosen the actual app that we've gone for in the end. But only time will tell whether we've made the right decisions and whether it's going to be a success.
Casting themselves as the voices of Slangatang.
Come on, mate, if you can't drive it, park it.
Glenn, Jim, Vincent and Alex brush up on their accents.
Okay, Welsh farmer, I've got... Has anyone seen my sheep? Very stereotypical, easy to relate to.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit close to the wind.
No. What about Scouseful? Hey, mate, how's your wife and my kids?
No.
Slang selected. Time to record the results.
The crack is deadly. I was absolutely hammered.
Yeah, spot on. I was just passing through the valley. I do love being on the farm. I absolutely love rugby. Absolutely wonderful. Welsh, done.
Guys, done. Beautiful.
I'm over the moon happy. That's
good.
They've done the recording. I didn't get it. I mean, it's sort of bland and meaningless to me, unless, of course, I'm too old and it's all terribly clever, sort of, you know, it's gone straight over my head. I'm very perplexed.
Slang.
Hey! Tang?
3 p.m.
Are
you happy with that?
Striking at the moment, doesn't it? Yeah.
Happy with that.
That looks nice.
Under Edna, the girls' app gets an identity.
Shut up! Will you shut up, bud? I'm so sick of it. Whatever.
While the rest of her team record the content.
Surprise!
As well as annoying, there's celebrations and animals.
Stop it! Stop it! Okay, guys, stop it now. This is real. Okay, we need to win this task. Listen, for the purpose of this task, I'm now focusing. Okay.
I'm not entirely confident about the product. I don't think the sounds that we produced were entirely brilliant. I think we could be heading for a bit of a disaster.
7:30 p.m. Designs finished. Sounds recorded. The teams head home. Both apps, built overnight, will match the team's exact specifications.
Hey, boys!
Tomorrow, the teams must get people to download their apps from online app stores. Punchy descriptions will be essential.
Right, Screeching Chalk and Animal Snorts, a fast and snappy app are created for the practical joker inside you.
Slangatang is the app that gives you the opportunity to listen to hilarious local vocal from the UK and around the world.
I'm applauding that.
That's why you're in sales, pal. That's why you're in sales.
Critical to an app's success are technology review websites.
Okay, boys. So I suggest we take 3 top sales guys.
Winning their support could help an app go global.
So I'm gonna take myself. I'm going to take Vince, I'm going to take Jim to really get these sales.
I'm just a bit concerned that if we're going on the previous task, I was the second top seller.
Yeah.
You've not actually seen me sell yet.
I haven't.
So
it's not like that. All I heard was top seller from your team, top seller from our team. I've got to make a proper decision about this.
Right, it's been a long day. We've got a fantastic app that we need to sell.
And there's a gaming fair in town where they can pitch their apps directly to the public.
This is what Melody does, I understand, for a living, is pitch to young teenagers. So I'm just wondering whether Melody should do that pitch.
The person who I would like to do the 3-minute presentation at the trade fair would be myself.
I work in the youth sector, so I'm used to giving presentations to 3,000 young people at a time, just like that, you know, that's what I do for a living, and I've been doing it for 13 years.
What I've done is I've looked at your strengths and I've looked at your limitations, in my opinion, and I've made some certain decisions about who would be best suited to specific tasks. Any questions, any queries? Very good. OK.
Today, the teams must get as many downloads as possible. First, hot from the developers, the finished products. For the boys, Slangatang.
Thank you very much.
7 characters speaking in different accents.
Oh, sure, it's got to be good. It's going to be awesome. It's everything we envisaged, I think. Yeah.
Drop and give me 20, soldier. That was ripping, mate.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Team Logic, yeah? Okay.
Upstairs, Ampy apps.
That is so annoying.
Featuring annoying, animal and celebration sounds.
I'm just worried about the randomness, that's the only thing, isn't it? Really?
There's no link. I don't think it matters. The link is that there is no link. It's supposed to be 3 categories you'd never see in the same application. It's random, it's funny, and let's just be extremely positive about it, because if in the back of your head you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure why they're together, they will see that.
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I think that this isn't a brilliant application. Out of all the millions of applications that are out there that are creative, fun and innovative, this isn't the best one. However, it is what it is, and I'm going to push it 100%.
How do you think the sub-team will get on?
I got a feeling that Gavin was quite keen to be on this side of the fence.
Today it's all about creating a buzz and getting these downloads. Everyone has to perform.
I think it's very, you know, patronising. No way I'm accepting anyone saying that you're a better salesman than me. I just hope I really, really hope that they nail it.
Midday. The apps go live and downloadable.
Slangatang! Slangatang gives you the opportunity to listen to hilarious local vocal from the UK around the world.
Guys, I've got something incredible as well. 50 downloads already. How insane is that?
It really stands out much more than that.
So let's hope that people are downloading as many as possible and keep us out of the boardroom. Yeah, that's the plan. Come on, Ampy apps,
Just need to
get us there.
Just need to push downloads now.
Lord Sugar has fixed appointments with 3 technology websites.
We've come here today to show you our new app that we've been working on, Slangatang.
Have you thought about the marketing of it?
We were hoping you could facilitate us with that.
We'll see.
Hello.
Getting a site to feature an app can push downloads into the millions.
I understand that Pocketlint has about 37,000 unique visitors a month. That's extremely impressive. That's why we're here. However...
We actually have 1.7 million uniques a month.
Oh!
Considerably larger than 37,000.
Next for the girls, the online version of top technology magazine, Wired.
Is that a picture of an elephant and the sound of a dog?
Which explains the randomness and the quirkiness of it. That's what I've tried to achieve.
Do you have a sound of an elephant?
Nope.
Oh.
I think the elephant was chosen because the elephant with the trunk symbolises one of the noisiest types of animals. It's like, so that was one of the key reasons.
Thank you. Okay.
The boys' next stop, gadget review site, Pocketlint. And from project manager Leon, a change of lineup.
Vince, are you confident about pitching this beast?
I'm just going to go in there with my usual charismatic attitude, show them the product, shake their hand, and then I'll put it online.
Yeah,
brilliant.
I like it.
Good man. Sold.
Well, hi chaps. We're at Team Logic. I'm Vincent, and we're here today to introduce you to Slangatang. Slangatang Well, first of all, what is Slangatang? Slangatang is a character-based application with sound bites, humorous sound bites. So, you know, what's our plan? My answer to you is this, is that we plan, or what we've already done, is created the product. We've created 7 characters, 7 sound bites, to which we will, excuse me, can you help me out, anybody else?
Yeah. Initially, the apps are offered free for 24 hours, so people are enticed to download it. There's going to be an aspect of viral marketing, and it's going to spread out. People will say, you have to hear this.
Sure.
Jim is in charge when things go wrong. When Vincent dried up, who's in there? Jim's in there.
I couldn't think of the word. I thought, shit, I can't think of it. My mind's going like, right, bring him in, Jim. And then you went bang. Was it okay?
Oh, yeah.
Mate,
they were in stitches. They were in stitches.
Yeah. Good.
They were adults.
So you can't hide general humour.
Earl's Court Exhibition Centre. Home to a show pulling in 6,000 gizmo-crazy consumers. And for one day only...
Right, tally-ho!
Tally-ho!
The boys dressed as the Slangatang gang.
Oh, wow!
And the girls from Ampy Apps.
Slangatang, local vocal.
A chance to spread the word and get the apps to go viral.
You got a smartphone? Good girl. What about these guys here? Why don't you come and listen to a bit of Slangatang? You understand, learning a bit of lingo from all over the country. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, roll up, roll up.
Excuse me, guys. Has anyone talked to you today about Ampy Apps?
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
Here we go. If you can't drive it, park it.
So if you send that to your friends, 10 friends, 20 friends, as many friends as you can. And then get them to send it on to all their friends. Thanks very much, guys.
Back in central London, the girls' pitching team offers Ampy Apps to news and review site TechCrunch Europe.
Hi.
Stepping forward at the global online technology magazine, Jim.
Sure, the app I kind of understand, but there's just a basic issue of taste here, surely. These are basically a series of racial stereotypes, and people are sensitive about regional accents being perceived as funny.
Well, if you don't mind, guys, I'm happy to say that we were very sensitive with the content, that the stereotypes are by no means derogatory. I think there's actually a benefit if you do it sensitively and avoid racial stereotypes.
How do you avoid racial stereotypes if you put an Aussie guy in a hat with corks on it? I mean...
Well, I think that helps illustrate that he is an Aussie. Yes, it is a stereotype, but not one that's derogatory or discriminatory.
It's a bit of fun. It wasn't there to you know, to upset anybody.
Thank you. Oh, that's high fives. That is high fives.
Mate, what a meeting.
What a result.
Great meeting. It was quite remarkable, though, that they did bring up the whole stereotypes.
Yeah, we gave them
I don't think they had reservations about the stereotypes. I think they were just making sure that we were comfortable with what we were trying to achieve. And we were.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very, very good.
My personal target is for 2 of them out of the 3 to choose us.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what we should be aiming for. But, you know, what can you do? The pitch is only as good as the product, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
3:30 p.m. Web pitches done. Time to regroup at Earl's Court.
Hello, how are you doing, Army boy?
If the pitches worked, the sites could feature the apps instantly.
Pocket Lint.
Here we go.
This one was my favourite pitch we did. I hope we're on it.
A mention can boost downloads. A recommendation can see an app spread worldwide in seconds.
Yes! Yeah! App of the day! App of the day. 37,000 visitors.
Boo to Slangatang.
What was the next one?
TechCrunch.
Here we go.
Where is it?
I hope we're on this one. Come on, girls. Oh no!
finally, the major online magazine.
Can't even go.
Here we go. Okay, they got ampy apples.
Well, we got one.
We got one. People are feeling slightly nervous. We only have had one website out of 3 acceptors. So we're doing what the girls do best. The mentality now is sell, sell, sell.
5 p.m. Last chance to get the message to the masses. Packing the Gaming Fair Conference Centre, 500 bloggers, twittering technologists and software experts. A direct connection to billions of app-savvy smartphone users.
I represent Team Venture, and we've put together an app called Ampy Apps. Ampy Apps is big, Ampy Apps is bold, and Ampy Apps is noisy. You've got a number of noises. We've got some annoying noises. We've got some animal noises. And we've got some celebratory noises. So I'm going to say to you guys, if you want to play a practical joke on your friends, I'm going to share a secret with you guys today. With you, and with you. Download Ampy Apps, the truly bizarre and unique sounds. Thank you very much for your time.
Right then, guys, as you've heard, we've literally spent 24 hours developing this, an app called Slangatang.
Go on. First and foremost, the place you get this app is by texting 60066, and what you need to text is slang. The other thing is that this app is completely free.
We're going to ask you all now to get your phones out. If anyone's got a smartphone, I want to see them all. The first 50 downloads, you will get a free donut. Free donut. It's a fantastic app. I'm sick of hearing it from him. I'm telling you now, because I've got all the knowledge in the world, mate. I've heard it all.
OK, thank you.
Absolute storming result. Absolutely nailed it.
That was brilliant.
Did
you see that?
Come here. What did you think? I think we were all thinking we might have just got thrashed.
Edna was given an ideal opportunity to address 500 people to tell them all about the app, but she didn't explain how to download it. She did not use her time well enough. Really wasted a great opportunity.
Okay, let's go.
I think everyone's really worried after that. Edna's pitch was weak, and I think she knows it.
The presentation was seamless. We got 2 out of the 3 websites that we pitched for today. I don't want to sound too ballsy, but I'm very confident of winning this task.
With the apps live until they reach the boardroom tomorrow, there's nothing more the teams can do.
People are just going to be downloading it as we speak, like around the world. Do you think that's pretty mental?
Let's hope it's Slangatang fever.
It's just the unknown, the massive unknown. It's a foolish person who underestimates the competition.
You can go through to the boardroom now.
Good afternoon. Well, you remember a week ago, I said to you, the most frequently asked question of me, can you start a business like I did many, many years ago? And I said, absolutely yes. This is a classic example. You don't need no big factories here. You didn't need to go to a bank and ask for millions of pounds investment. You used your brains to come up with a product that you could develop quite simply, and then you can go and put it up on the web and you can make some money. Because that's the beauty of this business, which is much better than the opportunities that I had back in 1967. I had just a very narrow market. Here you've got the world. So, gentlemen, logic. Team leader?
That was me, Lord Sugar.
OK. Put yourself up for it?
Yeah, I did.
You've got this menu business, right? Is that
I have.
Right? It's all kind of
online.
internet.
Yeah, we're focused online, so I understand how e-commerce works. Also, I'm in the design industry and print, so for what was asked of us, I thought I could definitely step up to the plate and deliver.
Yeah. So, I mean, was he a good team leader?
Yeah, it was a good
Steve
team.
Jobs, or will he be out of a job?
He did a very good job.
Yeah?
Good job. Yes.
Good. So, whose idea was it, basically? Whose idea
That was mine, Lord Sugar.
OK. What do you reckon? Good?
Good.
Good app?
Yeah. It looks great. It sounds great. It's very good.
For ringtone downloads, etc.
OK. We're going to judge this on the amount of downloads that you all received. This was always going to be free. But where the money comes in is that you don't show all of your goodies at the same time. Where's your business model? Where's your money?
We built a sort of business plan into it of how we could monetize the app. We'd be dishing it out for free, getting the consumers on board, and then hitting them with an update. So we're going to have different packages, different tiers.
All right, I got it. Good. So you then had to go and pitch the thing to 3 websites. How do you think you got on in those pitches then?
We did very well. We got 2 out of the 3.
The girls got 1.
Sure. We're confused. We don't know why.
Well, they said they felt the yours was a little bit offensive, basically. That's what they said.
All right.
If that was offensive to their ear, no disrespect to them, they know their business, but I found Ampi-App extremely offensive to my ear. I think we all did.
Well, it's meant to be offensive, from what I can understand. We'll get on to that. OK, ladies, Venture, Edna, you were team leader. How did you come up with the annoying sounds concept, then? Whose idea was it?
That was my idea, Lord Sugar.
Felicity. Right, OK. Well, are you all happy with this application? You're all happy with what you chose?
I don't think it's a great application, if I'm perfectly honest.
Anybody else not that happy with it?
Oh, no,
You're not that happy with it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 8 of you. That's not very good, is it? Not very promising.
Seemed happy at the time.
That's the first we've heard of it.
5 out
This
of
is quite shocking.
5 out of 8.
I think we felt we could do better.
So, who did the pitches to the websites?
Myself, Melody, Ellie and Zoe.
You went to the exhibition, is that right?
That's right.
You spoke to 500 or 600 people there.
Yeah.
Why did you think that talking to the live audience was more important than talking to the websites?
Not that I thought it was more important, I just felt that in terms of the people who went to do the
accept
pictures...
now it was more important, yeah? Because they are talking to the world.
Yes, and it's always been the most important thing, but the guys who actually were selected to go and do the pictures were the best guys at the time.
OK.
Those are the guys who do
Do
presentations
you agree with
for a
that,
living.
ladies?
Well, I don't normally. I never do pitches. But I think, you know, obviously we did all right in the end, so...
Well, you got 1.
The big one, though.
Yeah. Right, well, this was all about your applications going up on the web to the world, and now we're going to see how many got downloaded. I already got a bit of early information. So your apps went up at midday. The boys, after 6 hours, was just under 3,000 downloads. And for the girls, just under 1,000 downloads. So that was the 6-hour figure, OK? Nick, have you got the overnights for the world?
Yep.
For the boys?
After 24 hours, 3,951 apps downloaded.
Right, 951 more. Yeah. OK, Karen, what's the 24-hour final figure for the girls?
Well, the world woke up. The 24-hour figure was 10,667.
Oh. Well, there you go. Ladies, you have surprised me with this thing, I have to say. But nevertheless, how strange folk can be. 10,667 of them. I've got a treat for you. You're going off to a restaurant run by one of the finest chefs in this country, Michel Roux Jr. So, very well done. Have a nice time. I'll see you on the next time.
Thank you. Thank you.
I told you.
Well, on the subject of phones, all I can say is, the future is not bright, really. And for one of you, the next application you might be making is a job application. OK, go off and work out what you've got to tell me about what went on in this task.
Thank you very much. This is absolutely exquisite.
It's lovely. I think it's...
Good evening, ladies. Do you know what? You deserve a kiss. Congratulations. And for dessert, a dish which I've created specially for you, blueberry souffle.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Oh, that's good.
A quick toast to Team Venture. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wait. Is that victory I taste?
I really wish I could say the best product won.
We did mention that we need to be very careful not to offend anybody with the product.
Yeah.
We had 500 people laughing at us on stage doing that. You tell me, is that offensive or is that entertaining?
I'm just going to have to ask you straight, was anyone not pulling their weight?
Leon's the only person in all of this who had control to influence and affect every part. Maybe it wasn't adequate, and this is why we're here.
Now, who the hell am I going to bring in here?
Hello.
Could you send them all in, please? Thank you.
You can go through to the boardroom now.
Well, when I asked you earlier on, what do you think of your application? Yeah, it's very good. We're all behind it. Great. Yeah? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So, what happened here then?
I believe the online magazine that we didn't get was incredibly important. The girls did get that, and people obviously saw it on that website and had a go.
Jim, you were the lead pitch on that one.
Yes.
Why didn't we get the deal?
I personally delivered a polished pitch and fielding difficult questions, but the girls won it, and that was the swing factor for them.
Yeah, but, Jim, you're making an assumption that because they won that website, they got their orders. How about considering that your product was not sought after and theirs was?
Lord Sugar, it's a very dangerous game to disagree with you, sir. The website that we did not get, it seems very possible it was a personality. That individual didn't like it, and that...
Didn't like the product.
Am I talking to a brick wall here, or what? I don't care whether you got on that website or not. The point I'm making is, if you got on that website, you still wouldn't have sold any. Your stuff was viewed by the world, and the world said no thanks.
I think in hindsight, maybe we should have considered it wasn't a global application.
Well, exactly. That's the point I'm making. The application was not liked by the world market. I mean, what fascinates me here is you've got inventors, you've got people that are in technology businesses. You should have walked this thing.
I agree. We should have walked it. There was a fundamental miss. We didn't quite grasp the fact that the global and the stereotyping would be a negative.
Now, if I've understood correctly, you have an icon and a description that goes up on all the app stores. Who was responsible for drafting the words?
In its entirety, me.
Entirely you?
Yes.
You sure you want to say that?
Well, I'll clarify what I mean by that. I prepared a piece. The guy said, "You've hit the nail exactly on the head. Well done, round of applause."
So if I was to say to you that one of the biggest things is to get it straight away. So here's the girls. It's going out globally, worldwide, to everybody. And their first line is, "Screeching chalk and animal snorts are all part of the Ampy app." Bang. Straight away. I've got it. Screeching chalk and animal snorts. That's what we're selling. OK, now listen, compared to yours, Slangatang is the entertainment app that gives you the opportunity to listen to hilarious local vocal. I'm bored.
Certainly, hearing that as you read it out, I feel like a mug. Our description is not nearly as strong as it could be, or as strong as the girls.
So do we all agree here that these words actually was one of the reasons why this task failed? Or not?
Well, you know, the PM has a job of overseeing everyone in the group. I read it back to the group, asked for their full approval, asked the PM to concur with me and to proofread it with me, and they were 100%.
So now we're sharing responsibility for this then, are we? You better get down to the nitty-gritty here, boys. Do you think your team leader did a good job or not?
He did a good job leading the team, but maybe he made a bad decision with the app.
He made a bad decision with the app that you designed, that you thought up.
We all put ideas forward.
So, who's responsible for the failure of this task? You?
I wouldn't say I am, obviously, but...
Alex?
No, I made a very valid contribution to this, and I've in no way got any...
Lord Sugar, I can answer that. There are participants and there are spectators. I'm a participant, and I positively get involved in things and put myself forward to do things. In that same respect, Alex, you do not do that. Maybe you're biding your time, but I don't believe this process is about biding your time.
Quite right.
It's about participating and giving everything that you've got and putting yourself out there.
Well,
if
we just think about this for a second, actually, we've got a worded ad there that wasn't right. Jim, that comes back to you. And we've got the pitch
it's unanimous.
that we didn't...
The worded ad, let me clarify.
You had the final say on it.
No, the PM has the final say. OK, we could talk over each other, or you could give me an opportunity to say this. You clapped your hands, as did everybody else. You agreed as much as anybody else, and it was...
next to you.
That's fine, Alex. Yeah. It was unanimous. But you've got to put yourself out there. It's not about being a passenger.
I've not been a passenger at all. But a lot of this stems back to you on this task individually. You might have saved one pitch, but you saved a small pitch. You didn't get the big pitch, did you?
My contribution is more positive than negative. Your contribution is nada.
Well, look, here's a fact. Leon, you have got to make a decision which two people you're bringing back in here, OK? What's your instinct? Who are you bringing back in?
Based on sort of the feedback I've been hearing today, I'd like to bring back Alex and Jim.
Alex and Jim.
Well, it's interesting that he chose myself and Alex. There's actually a few fall guys. Vincent fluffed his speech, and I had to save the day, and I don't fluff speeches. Glenn designed the app that turned out to be crap. Well, 2 tasks in, I've given 100% effort.
Jim has done a sterling job throughout, and listen...
Well, then I'm not the person you should be bringing in, if you agree that I've done a sterling job throughout, so you need to change your decision.
So on the basis of maybe Jim's dealing here, do you want me to change? Is that?
James. I'm asking you. You're the man. You're bringing in. It's
obvious. Okay.
It's obvious.
Yeah, it's obvious. Okay. There's a potential here that it could be down to the concept. So, okay, on the basis of the failing of this task down to the app, I'm going to bring Glenn.
You want to bring me back? I don't think you should, because
listen, Glenn.
It's done and agreed.
I know.
I don't think you should. What do you think, Jim? Do you think I should be back here?
The PM's made a decision. I highlighted who I thought who made flaws and made mistakes. He's chosen you, Glenn.
Well, I know. I think it should be Tom who's in here, because
listen,
I think he should be.
But the point is, he makes the final decision. I want to get home tonight. Speak.
This is my final decision.
Right. OK, the rest of you, you've lost. You shouldn't have lost this task. Go back to the house. The other three of you, go and wait outside, and I'll call you back in shortly. Rather bizarre. Leon is a bit indecisive.
He fought like a lion to be a project manager, and ever since then, actually, he's been rather sort of weak-kneed.
What I find really interesting about Alex is on a task he disappears. In the boardroom he comes to life.
Yeah.
He has something to say.
But he only comes to light when he's pressed. He's not a volunteer, is he?
Glenn is a techie. He came up with the concept, he accepts it was his concept.
He fought for it. He fought for it. That's what killed him.
Could you send the three of them in, please?
Lord Sugar will see you now.
Well, after some pontification, we have Glenn, obviously yourself, Leon, and Alex here. Yeah, the person that wrote the description of the application has gone. Jim, although you all agreed with it, what's Glenn doing here then?
Lord Sugar, Jim raised a great point about how it was a team effort. I've seen him perform, you know, every task I've given him, and he's pulled it off. He helped Vince rescue...
Lord Sugar wants to know why I'm here.
Yeah, sorry, I brought Glenn in with me. He's got the technical ability. So when we thought of the concept, you know, I'm not saying we didn't all back it, but I thought I could leave Glenn sort of with the runnings behind that.
Well, that's the technology. I gave an idea, and everyone gave an idea. It's just my one got picked. That was your decision. You guys should have sold it better. That was the key.
Glenn, you say in your resume here that you're good at reading between the lines, foreseeing problems.
Yes.
Would you read between the lines here in the sense of the big mistake on the global issue?
That was down to Leon.
Yeah,
He's the project manager.
Yeah, perhaps.
If it's his decision whether my app gets used.
The project manager, do they have to make every decision, or can it be the fact that the team of majority rules?
But ultimately, you have the final say.
You should have the guts to stand up, and if you didn't believe in something,
like my
because now
idea,
you're saying the project was not good, the app was not good, you should have said, no, I know all you guys have said this, but I'm the project manager, and I think we should do this. After all, this is what you're supposedly experiencing.
So, Leon, there's no smoke without fire. Great cliche, but just tell me why I shouldn't fire you.
I've come to you with the experience that I've built something from nothing, no investment, no nothing. I've come to you to show you. We're in task 2, you know, this is a long process. Give these guys a couple of tasks, they'll be gone, you know.
I think so. That's absolute rubbish. You've had your chance. I'll tell you what I'm guilty of, is not showing and demonstrating truly what I can do.
That is absolutely right.
Yeah, it is absolutely right.
That could be
across the board.
And that can be, you know, your downfall, young man. Because,
it could be. It
you
could
know,
be.
because people come here thinking if they could just hide in the bushes.
Oh, Lord Sugar, if you and I were to go into business, there'd be no bush to hide in. I want to be on the front line.
I can promise you that. You wouldn't be sitting in no blooming van slicing bread with me, I can assure you.
I wasn't just slicing bread. But you have had a chance as PM to demonstrate, and you failed, and you've got your own business.
I've demonstrated. I put my neck on the line.
OK, you put your neck on the line, fine, but you failed,
also
and you've got your own business.
We're looking at this as a 12-week process. I guarantee you're not going to make it to the final.
Who should be fired then?
Alex.
You've barely worked with me. You're going on hearsay.
And Alex, who do you think should be going here?
You put me as project manager next time. You fire him now because he's failed. I'm a valid candidate to be here. Leon is not.
Based on
based on you failed in a task that supposedly exploited your expertise. No, based on the fact you make bad decisions.
No.
OK, look, Leon, it seems to me that you have delegated to people and not asserted any authority. Alex, you're a good talker. You are certainly a good talker. But, you know, I'm not thinking of starting a business writing speeches. And Glenn, you're a bit of a technical man, looking at your CV here, and it's a very rare animal to find a technical person that actually is a good businessman also. And I'm not sure whether you're that man. However, I think, Leon, you've had 2 weeks in this boardroom already, and 2 weeks you've been in the last 3. But what has saved you, Leon, here, for the second time, is that you've got a business, and you've done it, and you've achieved something. Alex, you have got this reputation already in this first couple of weeks that you don't do anything. This is not a job, you see, this is going into partnership. And the thing that is worrying me is that if you get lost and think I'm going to sit back and do all the work and all that stuff, you can forget it. This ain't going to happen. Alex, you're fired. Leon, I will be very, very angry if I come across you again. Because if I do, there won't be a third chance, OK?
Thank you very much.
Back to the house.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord Schubert.
Best of luck. This is my best of luck.
It was up to him. He could have put himself forward a little bit more. He could have come to the forefront a little bit more. He didn't.
He had 2 weeks to shine, and he spent 2 weeks in the shadows.
I am disappointed. I think you have to say Leon should have gone. A weakness in character there inherently meant he couldn't even make his mind up who should go back into the boardroom. But you take a situation, you learn from it, and you move on in life, and that is exactly what I'm going to do.
Hello, what's that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Who is it?
Easy. 2 bullets, stopped.
Pretty brutal. I said, Alex, you're sitting on the fence. You've been here for 2 weeks. You ain't made a noise yet, mate.
I initially had Jim up in the firing range.
Yeah, this is brilliant.
I had to quickly switch tactics, so I brought Glenn in.
You suddenly changed your mind. I'm like, you big wig. You were a chicken. You bottled it, mate. I'm telling you that for free. It's amazing.
In the fight for Lord Sugar's £250,000 investment, 14 candidates remain. Next time, a top-class customer.
I've got a list that you've got to go out and buy for them.
10 items needed.
It's actually for a very, very important client. How would that make a difference to me?
What are you having problems with, mate?
We're literally having problems with everything.
At rock-bottom prices.
If you can get it cheaper, may I suggest you try somewhere else?
And he wouldn't even take a penny off.
It's checkout time for someone.
If I can see something going wrong with the ship sinking, I bloody jump in myself. You're fired.
You can see the contestants take on that task next Wednesday night here on BBC One. Now over on BBC Two, Dara O'Brien spending some quality time with Alex in The Apprentice You're Fired. After the news here on BBC One, best known as Stacey, Joanna Page joins Rob Brydon and the panel to tell a fib or two.